Full Velocity TV begins now.
And your source for eSport racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. It is Wednesday night, which means it is time for another round of Dirt Warrior Racing Wednesday Night Street Fights live here. All the coverage on your source for eSports racing, Full Velocity TV, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good evening, everybody. Phil LaCasse here, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, ready to rock and roll for another great night, Todd, of Dirt Warrior Racing Wednesday Night Street Fights. It's always a great time, and we find ourselves back here at Volusia this evening. Should be an awesome race as usual. Every time we come to DWR, these races are always superb.
Yeah, definitely a superb racing here. Volusia Speedway DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights, the top of the top here, and I believe the street stock community is at DWR and houses at DWR here. So we're going to have a fantastic show here for you this evening, like we always do here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. As always, we got to thank our sponsors that are involved here this evening. Got to thank Hanover Wrecker Service, tell the relationship of those guys. Got to thank iRacing iFlag. Got to thank BladeNode.com, Simple Web Solutions powered by nerds. Got to thank Monstar Productions, TDR-Racing.net for our official Turtle. Hard Motorsports for our official Quick Time here. Evil One Graphics. Also, Brendan Spadafora. And some new sponsors here coming aboard. Trash Panda Graphics, who we haven't announced. I guess we can announce that tonight. Trash Panda Graphics is going to be the sponsor here for the point standings here in iRacing. And then another big sponsorship that we're pretty happy about there, Phil. I'll let you explain that one.
Absolutely. Some breaking news here late last night. The Full Velocity Racing Network, one of our new Royal Blue sponsorship is going to be that from Kathy and Brian Voiles over at Voiles Trucking. And they are going to fit you guys out there with all your freight hauling needs. No job too big or too small. Look those guys and gals up over at Voiles Trucking on Facebook. Got to thank once again Brian and Kathy Voiles for coming aboard. We're going to get a new logo made for those guys and represent their product well, but they came aboard late last night. Wanted to put something together this afternoon, but we're certainly busy here all afternoon in the household and definitely not feeling my best tonight. You guys can probably hear that in my delivery. Don't feel my wind is all with me, so apologize for that. We're very thrilled to have Voiles Trucking aboard here. Also, special thanks to Trash Panda Graphics for coming on and sponsoring our point standings, Todd. It's great people like we have, and great to have Salter with Trash Panda Graphics and the Voiles family coming along with Voiles Trucking. They add to the portfolio of our sponsorship here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we are very thankful for that, because without all them and our viewing fans and our leagues and partners out there, none of this is at all possible. We can never forget that. Yeah,
definitely none of this is all possible here, and we got to thank everybody for being involved, especially you, the fans out there watching us. We got to thank you guys, especially Star Donations. If you guys got Star Donations, that's a good way to get involved here. We'll get your name out there on every broadcast that we can. If you're donating Star Donations, we do pay attention to that. Got to thank YouTube and Twitch also. It's the same matter of things there, Phil. Again, sponsorship available here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you guys want to get involved, no package is too small. No package is too big. We're never going to turn away a sponsor here. We're going to give you the best limelight that we can here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. But before we get to racing here tonight, we're going to send it down trackside for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, welcome back here live to the Full Velocity Racing Network, the national anthem. Great to get that all aboard here tonight. Want to thank Stars Donator out there as well. Todd saw that come in by Facebook. Whatever reason is not communicating here. Let me get this scroll down here. See who gave us the stars. I heard Todd say that off channel on me. So Caleb Ramsey with the 50 stars donations. Caleb, thank you very much, as I just completely destroyed wherever my screen I was looking at here. So now it's about really small. So thank you, Caleb, for your stars donations. But the Cars of the Stars of Dirt Warrior Racing Wednesday night street fights taking their out to the racetrack now at this awesome half mile, the Volusia Speedway Park. It is always great to come out here to Volusia. Always great to be out here with the DWR guys, and they are starting to get locked and loaded here. They are gridding up it as usual. They'll take the mock green flag. They will put themselves in the starting lineup by way of their pill draw. Last week's winner, E.J. Jones, I believe, going to go to the rear of the field, and I believe also the 97 of Rocky Batfield making another appearance here. Last time he was here, Todd, it's been a couple of months. Rocky was a race winner, so he hasn't paid up that win yet by starting at the rear of the field. I think he does that yet tonight. I know there was a good dialogue, with the DWR chat this afternoon all about that. So Rocky and EJ are going to have to come to the rear. That's two really good bullets going to come from the back.
Yeah, we got to see some great racing last night, Phil. You and I got to finally take in a broadcast ourselves. We watched a lot of these DWR guys as the official announcers of DWR. We felt the need that we had to go watch these guys and cheer them on. And if you could have heard the team speak between Phil and I, and even Sam Perry was in team speak with us too, BladeNode.com representative. We were cheering these guys on and hooting and hollering, and we were pulling to beat Howard Weaver. Yeah, Howard Weaver's a good guy. But, of course, we're always going to go for our DWR guys out there, whoever's doing the best out of them. And we have all of our favorite DWR guys. We like to follow them, don't we, Phil?
Oh, we absolutely do. Love these guys to death. They are all brothers to us. And, yeah, we were rooting those guys all on last night there. Jim Revis had a terrific run over there in that Dash for Cash. Eric Eichstein had a good night. E.J. Jones battling with one of the best in Howard Weaver for a race win late in the going. That was awesome to watch there last night. So those guys over there did an awesome job. Our DWR brethren, as well as our broadcast colleague here, co-owner of the Full Velocity Racing Network, Mr. H. and Ron Piles. Yep. He had a really good, solid run last night, too. Finished up, I think, 14th after 75 laps. Talking to Ron, he was absolutely worn out. Those guys did a great job last night. And these guys are built for it, because tonight they are going to go 70 laps here at the Volusia Speedway Park. We're going to call it 65 on their end. It's going to be 70 on our end with our timing and scoring. So we'll call it 70. It is billed as a 65-lap main event for these guys. But as we said, they take the initial green flag. They put themselves in a proper restart assignment or starting assignment. That'll be our cue to get into the starting lineup here this evening, as we can do out there by the time they get themselves punted in the right direction. We'll take that out to you live. Looks like we have a field of 19 here tonight, which is a very solid crowd with the invite only. You got to make your way into the DWR Wednesday night street fights, Todd. You just not anybody going to show up. You're going to come over here, race on a Sunday night, show them what you are worth, and you got 19 of these guys out here tonight. Awesome field of race cars, awesome racetrack. This was going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely going to be a lot of fun. This is my favorite track on the circuit. Everybody thinks I'm nuts, but Volusia reminds me of my home track quite a bit. It's one of my favorite tracks in the iRacing stable that they have out for dirt as of right now. We're not going to have any dirt tracks come out in June there, Phil. They're going to come out towards September is what they're saying, the September build. And we'll finally see a track with no walls in the turns at Fairbury. So that'll be rather interesting to see, Phil, as I'm going to try that. I know I'm going to go up and over that wall, but it looks like these guys are pretty much lined up.
I think they are. So what do you say, Todd? We take a gander at our starting lineup for tonight's round of DWR Wednesday night street fights in Volusia.
Starting on the pole, driving the double knot machine, that's Michael Whitlock. His dancing brother outside, driving the number 15. That is Chase Wascom. Wascom aboard the number 15. Next row back. Oh, go ahead.
In row number 2, we find the driver of the 20. That is Greg Turberville, and alongside Speedy E. Eric Elmore on the outside of row 2.
Knowing Phil's feeling under the weather, trying to take some rows from him, I guess. Derek Dubry in the 117, starting in the 5th position. Outside of him in the number 6, that would be Ryan Bronson.
Next row back in car number 17, that is Chad Burton alongside in the 01. That's Daniel Price.
Daniel Stifler rolls off in 9th position in the number 71, and Kyle Moyer aboard the 111.
Justin Pruitt starts off next in the 07, and the 06 is Matt Aberts. He's to the outside.
Eric Eichstead in the number 12 machine. He's going to roll off in 13th. That's Electric Eric for that matter. And Alex Brewer, the number 1, rolls off in the 14th spot.
Caleb Ramsey rolling next aboard the 13. The evil one, Jim Revis, aboard car number 21. The 10 of Jason Salter. E.J. Jones, last week's winner, and the 97 of Rocky Batfield. Our 19-car lineup, and it looks like, Todd, we are one lap away from getting this round of Wednesday night street fights under the green flag, and I am itching and burning, waiting to see where this one is going to take us. Look up front, the likes of Chase Waskam and Michael Whitlock. How about Craig Tuberville, Eric Elmore? Those are two really good, solid race car drivers. Ryan Bronson back with us tonight with Derek Dubree. You know, this entire field from 1 through 19, there is no slouch DWR, so strap yourselves in because you guys are in for one hell of a wild ride, and we're going to have it to you flag to flag here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. David Blackburn, thank you for those 200 stars. We greatly appreciate that. We appreciate iRacing iFlag with the green flag coming out of the speedway.
Yeah, Whitlock jumps out to the early advantage of that double nine machine. The 15 of Chase Waskam runs in that second spot. Third is Greg Tuberville. And the number 20 machine, the 420. We've seen Easy E pick up a win here. That's Eric Delmore in the 420 machine. And Twisted Motorsports sponsor machine dives down to the bottom side here. The number 6 of Ryan Bronson. Another slick-looking pace scheme out there, that number 6 machine.
Yeah, new scheme there for the 6 car. And I think looks really cool indeed as he rides to the fifth spot off of 2. In down to the back straightaway, Michael Whitlock going to lead the field into turn number 3. Chase Waskam rolling in for second. The race is on for third. Tuberville at a 20 up high. He's got Eric Elmore, that Twisted Motorsports machine. They're going to go door to door to turn 1 for the third spot.
Eric Elmore dives down to the bottom side by side battle with Tuberville there. Tuberville slips up the track just a tad bit. They enter the back straightaway here into turn number 3. It's Easy down to the bottom side, still side by side, trying to get something to happen down on the bottom here, but Tuberville is just able to stay in the throttle a little bit longer, coming off the corner forward bite in his advantage. So now he dives down to the inside of the 15 to Chase Waskam. He knows it's time to go.
Yeah, he certainly does. There's good racing going on behind them, Todd. I find the 17 of Chad Bird back here with a great battle with Daniel Stifler. Derek Dubree there in the 117. I believe that's Justin Pruitt in the 07 there. That is a good 5-car battle, 4-car battle going on for 6th on back as they hit turn 1.
Yeah, the Iceman Daniel Stifler working on the bottom side, trying to get around, like you said, Derek Dubree. And that number 117 machine, Justin Pruitt right there, running in the 9th position in that 07 machine, having a good run too. Man, these cars strung out just a little bit here early on in the going, but you're going to see the track change quite a bit here at Volusia. As you can watch that group just slip up the track just a tad bit as the 15 gets a little bit out of shape. That Chase Waskam will leave the door wide open for Tuberville to take to the outside. Yeah,
absolutely. Tuberville going to look to the high side there as they race on for third. Him and Eric Elmore off the fourth turn. Now Waskam, then they race for the second spot. Waskam and Tuberville into turn number 1 and 2. Look at that 20 car. He has got it eaten up high. Give Craig Tuberville second off of 2. That's going to open the door for Elmore. He's to the top side of Waskam into turn 3.
Second place, Tuberville in the number 20 machine. It is the 420 now outrooting the number 15 of Chase Waskam down the front straightaway. He's going to put himself into third and drop kick. Chase Waskam back to the 4th position in so many laps there, Phil, about 2 laps. Number 6 of Ryan Bronson running in that 5th spot. No challenge from the number 17 of Chad Bird so far. But I tell you what, great racing going on throughout the whole field. Here comes Easy E to the outside of Tuberville in the number 20 machine. Side-by-side battle going into 1.
Side by side for that second spot. Tuberville down low, but Elmore going to use that real estate on the top side of the exit of turn number 2, launching down the back stretch toward the third turn. Greg going to drive in deep, but look at Elmore drive that car deep into 3 and 4. By the time they exit the quarter time, he's going to have second off the turn.
Yeah, second place goes to Eric Elmore aboard the number 420 Twisted Motorsports sponsored machine, the team of Twisted Motorsports, I should say. The 15 of Chase Waskam now looks to the inside of that number 20 machine. Ryan Bronson right there nipping on those guys' heels. The 71 of Daniel Stifler still rolling that bottom fill down next to the wall, catfishing it per se. The number 71 machine, that's not where he wants to be. That left the door wide open for the 07 of Pruitt. Pruitt to the outside.
Yep, Pruitt to the outside of Stifler as they race on for the 8th spot off of turn number 2. Give it to Pruitt up high. Stifler, as you said, stuck on that low side of the racetrack. I'm not thinking he's stuck, Todd. I think he may be staying down there, believing this track is going to slick it off, and that's where that bottom lane may start to come in. I think he's about to rub that thing up down there and maybe make that thing come into his liking. But we're side by side up here, up for the 5th spot between Ryan Bronson and Chad Bird of the 17 up to the outside, putting the Bird machine now up to the top 5 in the 3.
Yeah, Chad Bird is able to capitalize on the 6 of Ryan Bronson. Go down to the bottom side. Here comes Debris in the 117 machine. It looks like a freight train here at Talladega, Phil. That's what it would be like. As he's all by himself. You need a drafting partner. There's no draft in the dirt races. These guys not working on the bottom right now. It's not working at all. Tuberville now diving down to the bottom. He's trying to make something work on the 420 of Eric Elmore. The 6 of Bronson washed up the tracks just a little bit. 3 wide for that nice spot.
Yeah, they are 3 wide back there as it looks like Stifler down to the bottom. Pruitt in the middle. Dupree up high. Good 3-car races. Pruitt trying to make it happen off the second turn, trying to pick up 2 spots here as he is around Stifler, trying to take it to Dupree. Now here comes Alex Pruitt in the 1 car. He's going to shoot to the outside lane as they race for the 10th spot from 1.
Yeah, Alex Brewer is starting to make some headway. So is it racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10 machine. He's speaking down to the bottom. New pace scheme for that Trash Pan and Graphics sponsor number 10 machine. So he's methodically. It's been a while since he's been on the track, I can say, for Jason Salter. I know he's been working real hard, but the number 10 machine now dives back down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen there. Almost looked like he was going to make a 3 wide between Stifler and the 1 of Brewer. But Brewer and Stifler still side by side. And that's a battle for that 9th spot.
Yeah, there's a race for the lead, Todd, in the tournament 1 year, Todd. We may have a lead change by the time we exit number 4 because Eric Elmore has worked himself to the outside of Michael Whitlock and off the turn, scored the lead to Eric Elmore as we complete lap number 20 of the 70. So we're 20 laps in, 50 laps to go. A new race leader has emerged. That number 420 of Eric Elmore, a guy who has run really good here recently, did finally pick up a win a couple of weeks ago. Whitlock in for second, Tuberville for third. How about the run for the 17 car? Chad Bird up the 4th, and he's closing on these top 3 to turn 1.
Chad Bird right now a little bit quicker here than the cars right directly behind him. He's not quicker though than the top 3 in front of him right now. They're all in the 20.3 second brackets. So these guys trying to run away and hide from the number 17 of Chad Bird. These guys fighting right there. They are pretty much single file up front, but they're right there in each other's tire tracks. There goes Whitlock back down to the bottom of that double knot machine. He's having a good run here this evening early.
Yeah, he is. He's down to the low side, looking back for the lead. This is Daniel Stifler starting to pick up positions from the outside of the top 5 as those guys race on for 6th and 7th. So I think we're seeing, Todd, the racetrack is going through its transition where it's starting to get a little bit more slick up high. The bottom lane, I believe, is going to start to come in here in the next 10 or 20 laps. And that is one of my favorite things about Volusia. I think it probably ranks to number 2 on my list. That and Knoxville really close, Volusia being my favorite track. But I love coming out to Volusia because it produces great racing, just like we're seeing here tonight here in the Tuberville 1 and 2. Elmore leading, but Tuberville, he's going to now take his look to the inside. He has put the move on Whitlock for second. Greg Tuberville, the number 20 car, he's going to look for the race lead, Todd, in the low side of the 3.
Yeah, Tuberville a little bit faster than the race leader right now, the 420 machine of Elmore. We'll see if Tuberville is going to have anything here in the laps up and coming there for the 420 machine last time by. Still a little bit quicker. He's got to get up to the rear bumper, got to decide where he's going to go. It looks like the track is changing once again. It looked like the high side was really fast, but the middle groove looking fast now, Phil.
And I think that's just going to move down as this race starts to go on. I think by the time we get to the last 20 laps of this race, I think we're going to see a lot of passes being made down to the low side. I think the top lane is maybe used up by the time we get to that lap 50 marker, but we're still a little bit ways from that. Working lap number 27 into turn number 3 and 4 is Eric Elmore running the extreme top lane. Tuberville running a little bit lower through the turn. Whitlock there for third. Chad Bird having a good run with the 17 car. He is running in the 4th spot. Now put Ryan Bronson up the 4th as Bird having a stumble. That allows Dupree and Stifler to get by. Hiccup with a 17 car who was up the top 4. Now he's back here to 8th and has his hands full because Jason Salter is going to look to the low side of him running for the 8th spot off the 3.
Yeah, Jason Salter, the number 10 machine right there directly behind Daniel Stifler as he's able to capitalize, take over the 7th position there. Matthew Everett right now running in that 8th spot, trying to get around, but he's trying to pull a twofer there on Jason Salter, but don't look now. The 84 machine of E.J. Jones, Eric Geitsted, and the number 97 of Rocky Batfield, they have caught this battle going on up here, Phil. So those cars starting to get really fast here. And guess what's coming? The end of the race. So these guys starting to come on strong here as the fuel load starts to burn off.
Absolutely. They are starting to make their way, integrating into the top 10. The 84 down to the inside of Chad Bird. Eric Eichstadt going to go to the outside. That is going to be a 3-wide scenario off the 430. E.J. Jones making a big move, trying to race his way into the top 10 is E.J. Jones, Alex Brewer, Jason Salter. They're 3 wide for 9th off of 2.
Yeah, E.J. Jones showing how fast he is here tonight at Volusia Speedway. Working 3 wide down on the bottom side, catfishing it, having to let out of the throttle. He's going where other people are not right now, Phil, and that's his terminology. That's what he said last night when I got a chance to talk to him here after the races were said and done. The 84 was going places where nobody else wanted to go, and that's on the bottom side of Knoxville tonight, going on the bottom and catfishing it here at the Volusia Speedway. So he's trying something different.
Yeah, and he has followed Jason Salter right to the field. I see that 10 car starting to really make some waves to the low side as well. So don't count those guys out yet, running 8th, 9th, and 10th respectively off of that second turn. Salter, E.J. Jones, Alex Brewer, Eric Eichstadt is there, and also Jim Rev is starting to make his way to the field back there as well. He was up inside the top 15. Looks like he had a horrendous lap last time around. He is now trotting back to the 16th position, but guys like Salter, Jones, those guys from the back to the front, they're on the move. They're in the top 10, but I'm looking for a good race up here, Todd, between Chase Wascombe and Ryan Bronson as they race down the back chute into turn number 3. Bronson, no, that's Matt Evers in the 06 there. That's racing for 5th as they exit 4.
Yeah, great racing going on for the 5th position. Like you said, Ryan Bronson, Derek Dupree is in front of him now, challenging for Whitlock. With Whitlock there, that's a battle going to be heating up for that 3rd spot. With the 4th positions, Everett Stifler, and the 6th of Bronson doing a fantastic job here so far. E.J. Jones and the number 10 of racing, Jason Salter, the natural one down to the bottom side. Jason Salter up to the top side. That's a good battle going on for the 8th and 9th position. So there's battles going on throughout the whole track, Phil, as this track starts to widen.
It certainly does, and that's why it's one of my favorite racetracks out here at all iRacing, because we're halfway home here. These guys are just going after it caution-free so far as we complete lap number 36. Eric Elmore out there doing a masterful job so far for the first half of the race. Got a half-second advantage, now 0.6 of a second advantage over Greg Tuberville. Michael Whitlock having a terrific run here tonight, running in 3rd. Derek Dupree up to 4th. Matthew Everett's holding on for 5th, and then that racing for 6th on back with Daniel Stifler. Ryan Bronson back there. E.J. Jones now around Jason Salter for 8th. Alex Brewer running in our top 10. E.J. Jones around the number 10 car. The 84 is on the march, but he's got the second half of the race to run these guys down. If this thing stays green, Todd, that's going to be tough to do as they exit 2.
Battle heating up for the 2nd spot. Tuberville to the outside. Here comes Whitlock working over the bottom side of that double knot machine there, Phil. He has found something again here this evening. As he's working on the bottom there, he caught Tuberville as he was starting to fall back into the clutches of Debris, now working his way away from Debris. And now, side by side, battle for that double knot. And Tuberville right now on the outside. So great battle going on for that 2nd spot now, Phil.
They absolutely are. Tuberville's up high, but look at Michael Whitlock catfishing it, as Tyler would say, down around the low side, just trying to pass them where they ain't. That 00 looks like he may have found something else because he is coming back to life. Also, Derek Dupree in the 117 starting to click in. He is approaching that battle up there for 2nd. It's 5 car lengths at turn number 3, but Derek Dupree through 3 and 4 last time by Todd got a big, tremendous burst, and as they exit 3 and 4 again, that car's got some forward fight down to the low side.
Yeah, definitely gets some forward light for that 117 machine. He's working on the bottom side of the speedway. You're starting to see the track slicking off in different areas, see the flash bulbs go off. You can know where the great racing is, the double file. That's where you see the flash bulbs start going off. You're seeing the fans make lots of pictures here at DWR. I mean, it's a picturesque event here, always at the DWR. And Wednesday night street fights, as these guys put on one whale of a show so far. Lap 42 of 70, Phil. No yellow flags, that's going to be out.
No, and this one really feels like, Todd, we have a shot to go green green from green flag, opening lap to checkered flag. It really feels like a race that may go caution-free here tonight. Is these guys, DWR, very respectable drivers. These guys are, known for the give and take they give, but there is also some terrific racing out there. You see that one up there going on for that 2nd spot between Tuberville and Whitlock. You see great racing going on further behind them guys where you see guys like Stifler back there, Ryan Bronson back there, E.J. Jones, Jason Salter. Those guys continue to slug it out from the 8th spot, Todd, off of turn 4.
As we go on board with the driver of the double knot, Michael Whitlock here. The Monstar Productions on board camera here at Volusia Speedway. Just watching Whitlock go to work here, working on the bottom side. Just listen to his throttle and different stuff as we go silent here for a lap around Volusia.
It's a cool picture there, taking one lap around this half mile Volusia Speedway Park there as these guys continue to battle it out. Lap number 46 of 70 up on the board. It's Eric Elmore leading with that 0.6 of a second over Greg Turville. Michael Whitlock there for third. Matt Everett is fourth. Derek Dupree is fifth. And I'm looking back here, Todd. I see guys like Daniel Stifler in sixth. Now E.J. Jones up to 7. He just got himself around Ryan Bronson through the last circle of the race. Jason Salter, Eric Einstack now into the top 10. Guys like Racky Batfield have raced their way to 11th. Justin Pruitt in 12th. Jim Revis is 13th. Chad Burke 14th. Caleb Ramsey finds himself back there in 15th. Chase Boscombe has dropped all the way back to a 16th position. Daniel Price is 17th. 2 laps down, 18th. We find Alex Brewer and 1 car behind the wall with mechanical failure. That being Kyle Moyer. So as we approach lap number 50, Todd, we're about a lap and a half away. 19 started, 17 or 18 still out there, and 17 of those 18 are on the lead lap. Anybody's race here at Volusia, all chasing Eric Elmore, but Tuberville Whitlock starting to run him down 0.3 of a second of the interval for the lead in the turn 3.
Yeah, those guys starting to run each other down. Revis in the number 21 machine is not one of his favorite tracks. We've noted that before here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. He's hanging 10 though, right back there, right around, what did you say, Phil, around the 13th position. Man, I wouldn't want to be in the 13th position. I would get one more spot up. I want to be 12th, 13th, an unlucky number, even though I was born on the 13th. But Jim Revis doing what he can do, not one of his favorite tracks. You see him come to life at the bigger tracks, especially like Williams Grove or even Knoxville for that matter. But he's hanging 10. He might be able to get something going here towards the end of it. Maybe he missed the setup. I mean, these tracks have changed quite a bit. And this track has changed a lot, as you can see it starting to slick it off just a little bit towards the middle. You're starting to see these guys go back up on the cushion.
They are. They're getting up top. They're starting to race down a little bit around the bottom. Middle lane starting to go away a little bit. Tuberville, look at that move to the low side. It has brought him down about 2 car lengths on the race leader, Eric Elmore, off of turn number 4. We have a Eclipse lap number 50 now working lap number 52 to the east end of the speedway. Greg Tuberville has found something on that low side of the racetrack time. He may contend for the race lead with Eric Elmore when they hit turn 3.
As the track's starting to come back into his advantage, the Twisted Motorsports 420 of Eric Elmore has been dominant so far here. And the middle portion of this event is so far the number 420 machine able to hold on to the top spot. But like you said, Tuberville going to find something there on the bottom. He's letting it eat, letting it dig down there. Last time by, just a tad bit quicker, 20.813 to a 20.830 was the number 20 for the 420 machine. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, we absolutely will. Todd can report down here from pit side. It looks like Alex Brewer's 1 car has come into the pit area, as has the number 15 car of Chase Wascombe. So those 2 drivers join Kyle Moyer behind the wall. Looks like their night for Wednesday night street fights is all done, but there is no points involved there on Wednesday night. We race for all the pride and glory and the prestige that comes with winning over here at DWR on a Wednesday night, and so far so good for Eric Elmore in that 420. He's got 3 car lengths on Greg Tuberville as they race down the back chute.
Whitlock goofs up just a tad bit, Phil. That takes him out of a podium finish in a double knot machine. It allows the 06 of Matt Everett to get by the double knot machine. So now put Everett into that 3rd spot. Michael Whitlock dropping back to that 4th spot. Great solid run for the double knot machine, but man, I'd like to see him get out of the podium here sooner or later.
And we just saw a change into the top 5. E.J. Jones around Derek Dupree on the outside. The 84 car, the natural one, now up into P5 as they race side by side, door to door. Off of 4, the 84 going to take it to 117 as yellow flag. Caution flag for the first time tonight. Going to green us out of the speedway on the lap number 57. Yellow flags tonight presented by our friends over at DirtSeries.com. Check those guys out. Do a lot of great racing on a Thursday night. Dirt-Series.com. Pay a visit to Josh Smith, Earl Clements, the entire gang over there. UP Modified Series coming up over there, I believe, tomorrow evening. So go check those guys out and be a part of some great racing. Yellow flag for the first time tonight. Todd, you have our very first LateNote.com. It's the replay of the evening.
Yeah, watching to see what happened here to bring out the... Oh, man. Wow. Electric Eric. What's that? Something looked like it broke on that number 12 machine. Drove into, looked like he was exiting stage right, and didn't realize there was a concrete wall over there. Tough break for Eric. Not sure what happened to Mr. Electric Eric in that number 12 machine. So his streak of being called Electric Eric, though, going to continue to stay alive here at the Full Velocity Racing Network.
And maybe Miss Mindy came in and brought him a good sandwich, because I asked for one last week. She told me to go get my own. So maybe he brought Eric in something. whatever the heck happened to him was definitely peculiar. I see Miss Minnie chiming in there with the old WTF, and yeah, I'm saying the same thing. What did happen to that 12 car? That was really peculiar and strange. It looks like he goes off the racetrack. His car down on pit road, at least 2 laps down to the making. So tough break for Eric Eichstadt. All caution flags here, and instant replays brought to you by BladeNode.com. If you head over there today, use promo code FVRN for any of your needs with web hosting for your great website, so VPS server help or even a new dedicated server. Use promo code FVRN. You'll get 25% off your first month or maybe even yearly subscription over there, minus those dedicated servers on the promo code. But you use promo code FVRN, 25% off by visiting our friends, BladeNode.com. Check those guys out today. Cannot thank them all enough for the great stuff they do for us behind the scenes here at Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, definitely BladeNode.com. Like you said, the promo code FVRN, and we even threw something in there. If you go over there and buy a server, or I should say the dedicated server, it is actually a VPN or a web hosting package from them, we will give 25% off a broadcast over here to you here at Full Velocity Racing Network. Because, oh man, they stacked them up over there as the green flag comes out, and that was a slinky effect at its finest. And Everett was able to capitalize on that one into the second spot around Tuberville. Look at E.J. Jones into fourth. Fifth now is Whitlock. The 10 racing Jason Salter. Here comes the 06 Everett. Here comes Tuberville down to the bottom. 3 wide for the race lead.
3 wide for the race lead. I'll tell you what, Todd, somebody did not use their iRacing flag, pit blocks and telemetry widget there to know that green flag was out, because somebody got caught sleeping. If those guys visit iRacingIFlag.com, they can get involved and get one of those great telemetry widget pit boxes and all that great stuff Jeff's got going on. But as you said, Elmore now to the lead. Matt Everett's up to second. E.J. Jones in the 84. He is Bridgestone. 84 car up to the third spot off the turn 4.
Rocky Battenfield, the big monkey, up to the 5th spot in that number 97 machine. Able to get around racing Jason Salter, but the battle assumes for the lead still. The 06 Everett dives down to the bottom side. Eric Elmore up on the chop shop for the Speedway in the 420 machine. Here comes E.J. Jones. He's going to bring down these guys' neck for a mistake. Any type of mistake will allow the 84 into the fray. But nice side-by-side battle for the lead. Everett's just barely ahead into turn number 1.
Everett's down to the low side of Eric Elmore, down the back stretch into turn 3. Give the 420 just by a nose the advantage. They enter the third quarter, but Matt going to use that 06 down to the low side. Can he make the forward grip work off the corner? Eric Elmore going to maintain the lead as we complete lap number 64, 65 going on the board. Next time by, Todd Starr going to put that full fist of knuckles down. We're going to have 5 more trips around the half mile here at Volusia.
As they enter the back straightaway here to turn number 3, Everett dives back down to the low side. Not going away, knocking on the door of Eric Elmore. Now 420 machine, 5 laps remain. Here comes E.J. Jones, the natural, and he's working over the top shelf. He's changed lanes up just a tad bit. You might see him come up through the middle there if there's enough room to fit that car, because he wants to go somewhere where these guys aren't. And man, they're all over the place right now, just holding on to their positions, trying to get into the top spot. 06 Everett. Here comes E.J. Jones now, pulling up alongside. Everett's going to lead this time by with 4 laps to go.
4 more trips around, but look at the 84 car. E.J. Jones going to drive it deep into tournament 1 and 2, looking to the low side. And a 3-way affair for the race league off the second quarter. Everett's going to have it up by a nose, but here comes Elmore back into turn number 3 as we race to the corner. Yellow flag going to come out in the Speedway. Yellow flag once again, and this may be the race back to the flag at lap number 68. Matt Everett's going to win the race back to the line over Eric Elmore and E.J. Jones, and I believe it's going to be Greg Tuberville nipping Rocky Battenfield for position inside the top 5 for 4th and 5th respectively, but a DirtSeries.com yellow flag coming out on the racetrack. And Todd is going to give this opportunity once again to thanks our friends over at BladeNode.com and show off a Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay, which I believe may have got the likes of Derek Debris around, which is going to ruin a really good run he was having.
Well, a lot like Eichstadt in the number 12 machine. This time, though, to the bottom, he fails to make pit road. He just runs right into the tires, barrels, into the end of the pit wall there. That is game over for the 117 of Debris. Brings out the yellow flag here with 3 laps to go. It looks like we're going to end this one under yellow flag.
Completely unfortunate, too, because this was a hell of a race, and to do this thing in 2 caution flags and have the second one of the night be the one that's going to end the race here. DWR doing it up in a big way, as they always do when your home for DWR is right here alive on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But exiting turn number 4, behind the racing.com page truck. We are going to be greeted by the white flag on the field. So going to be one more trip around at this slow crawl of about 35 miles per hour. But I'm sure Matthew Everett's heart is beating out his chest because he is going to be this week's big winner of DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights over Eric Elmore. EJ Jones going to finish up there for third. Greg Tuberville for fourth. Rocky Battenfield with a top 5. 6 will be Daniel Stifler. Jason Salter will finish up 7th. Justin Pruitt 8th. Jim Revis 9th. And Michael Whitlock in our top 10 with Chad Bird. Caleb Ramsey, Daniel Price, Ryan Bronson, Derek Dubree running in our top 15. 4 cars behind the wall include Eric Eichstadt, Chase Wascom, Alex Brewer, and Kyle Moyer as checker flag goes over the field. Matthew Everett wins tonight. DWR Wednesday Street Fights in Volusia. That is a big win. That is a feel-good story there as they start to wreck them up here on the parade lap around after the caution flag and the checker flag have been displayed. Matthew Everett's our big winner here tonight, Todd, in Volusia.
Yeah, Matthew Everett's our big winner. We got to say, EJ Jones started second to last. He came up through the field, finished third. Rocky Battenfield in Northern Bowl 2, starting dead last up to 5th. He was up to 4th. So between Battenfield and EJ Jones, those guys were on the move the most here tonight, this evening, able to take down the most positions gained here. And most of this race was under green flag conditions, so it was tough in its own right. But Matthew Everett, Eric Elmore, and EJ Jones going to be your top 3 here tonight at Volusia Speedway. Tuberville, Battenfield, like you said, Salter, Stifler, Pruitt, Revis, Whitlock, Bird, Ramsey, Price, Bronson, Debris, Eichstead, Wascom, Brewer, Moyer. Those are your 19 cars here tonight. DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights as we take a brief pause for the cause as we go down to catch a word with our top 3 finishers here tonight in the Volusia Speedway live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing.
All right, back here live on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network with Dirt Warrior Racing. Wednesday Night Street Fights here, the post-race show tonight, and great to have aboard here. Matthew Everett's going to go victory lane. Eric Elmore for second, and my guest now from the back of the field to the third spot, the driver of car number 84 of EJ Jones. And EJ, I think if you maybe had another 5 laps, it may be you in victory lane, but you drive from the back to the front and finish up third. Got to be proud of this run there, brother.
Yeah, it's definitely a good run tonight. Car's it's been on a rail here, it feels like, the past couple of weeks. I don't know if it's been kind of my drive. Just on the open setup stuff, it's setup. I've been going back to a lot of older setups instead of some of this newer stuff I've been running. I mean, they've been hooked up on the Wednesday night races.
You had a hell of a run here tonight, EJ. And talk about how this racetrack changed over the course of the night, because right away early, it was really top lane dominant as we figured it would be. Then guys started running the middle, then the bottom came in, then it came back in up top. The transition to the racetrack, how did it feel your race car well over the course of 75?
I was just trying to go where no one was at, and it seemed like every time I did it, I found something, and then I would take everyone to that line, it felt like, and finally I just ran out of laps. You know, it happens, but starting 18th all the way up to 3rd, I'll definitely take that run, especially at Volusia any day of the week, since it's really not my best track.
Well, you made it look like one of your best here tonight for sure. Coming from the back up to a good, solid top 3 run. The party will be down here, of course, and I'm going to be the first one to say, EJ, not definitely feeling myself here tonight. So I've got a cocktail full of good muscle relax over here, something to probably make me feel better. We're going to take some Michelob, but we're going to jump to the grill first and grab some of the steak off of there and maybe some piece of chicken over here. And I think with the ice cream cake rolling again. But you know how the drill down here works. Tell us what's on the grill. And while you're at it, thank all your sponsors out there.
Yeah, we got the steak chicken fajitas tonight. Last night was a pretty good night over at the DTJ League. So we were able to afford a little more fancier stuff tonight for the grill besides hamburgers. I just got to thank the guys here at DWR for putting these on every Wednesday. So they're always a blast. I always make the time to try to run them. I also got to thank the guys at Cedar Coast Speed, Charles Cosper, Dylan Smith, especially Charles. He's been so much help to me since I've joined the service. Also got to thank my other friend Peter Delavan. Got to thank Eric Eichstead with Eichstead Wraps for the wrap. Got the stripper money and the Michelob pouring into the back of it. You know, it runs on Michelob. We're just going to keep running it on Michelob is the way I figure right about now, the way we've been running lately. Also, thank you guys here at Full Velocity as well for doing the broadcast for us. Always have something to watch when I go to work the next day. And don't worry, Phil, I'm not feeling like myself either. I partied way too hard after last night's race.
You should, man, because we were definitely rooting you on in a big way. Probably what.
It broke up. I can't hear you, Phil.
Oh, there we go. We'll try that button there. I think that one will work. But yeah,
I can hear you.
I think I was on the wrong button there, whatever it is. I'm definitely not feeling myself tonight. But hey, you keep that grill rolling. I'm going to run down here and talk to Eric, and we'll be back here. We'll do a little bit of party in EJ. So thanks again, bud. Always a good one.
Absolutely. Plenty of cold Michelob in the cooler as well for everyone tonight, and we'll do some more Fireball cake for you as well.
I'm in. I'm all into the Fireball cake. So we'll let him get back to it. We'll walk all further down here and talk to the driver of the 420 Twisted Motorsports machine, Eric Elmore, finishing up second here tonight. And Speedy E, you had a hell of a run for these guys. Really good fast car. Led the majority of these laps early on. Was it final restarts that did you in, or how much of the racetrack change that played out to your benefactor as well?
Well, it was just some good hard racing between me and my teammate there. I'm just happy it was Twisted Motorsports 1 and 2. Track changed around a lot, which really helped me out. There at the beginning, I caught the track change a little bit before Greg did and was able to slip by him, so that definitely helped me out there.
You had a heck of a run here tonight. You led the majority of the laps at a good starting spot. You and Tuberville raced at it really good for the lead for a little while. You and teammate Everts went at it deep there at the end, but man, you had a really, really good solid car here tonight, Eric, and Volusia's always been a good track, I think, to all of us out here. The racing here in the street stocks especially is absolutely superb. What is it about Volusia that makes this place so racy and so special? Because every time we come here, it's almost a terrific race.
Just how much the track changes and it's so wide really helps out a lot.
I couldn't agree more. One of my favorites to come to on the service for sure. Well, Eric Elmore live tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Live per usual, Facebook Live, YouTube.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Twisted Motorsports, Speedy Automotive, Scooters Machine Shop, and DB Lawn Care for helping me out with everything. And once again, I'd like to congratulate my teammate Matt for his first win.
We love a first-time winner out here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So I'll let Eric Elmore go down there and party it out with his teammate, because Todd, for the very first time over here at Dirt Warrior Racing, we have been greeted by a new winner. It's Matthew Evans in Victory Lane with Todd.
Down here in Victory Lane with the driver of the 06 machine, and hopefully this is microphone's working really well here tonight. Having a little bit of issues here with it this evening, but Matt Everett's taking down the victory in that 06. Matt, it was a great race between you and your teammate at the 420 there. Towards the end of that race, you found something, and it seemed like it worked real well for you. Tell us about your race.
It was a pretty decent race. I started, 10th or 12th, I can't remember. But I was hoping the middle line would come in. That's where I run the best there. But my teammate Eric, he sent me his setup he was using. So we're running the same thing. So that kind of helped out.
That definitely helped out here tonight, Matt. Having a good run, like you said, 12th, 13th, all the way up to the first spot, taking down a victory. And then you got Twisted Motorsports finishing 1-2 here tonight. So that's a great feat in itself there. Anytime you can have a teammate finish second to you. And it's great that you know the guy that you're battling with for that second spot. I know Tuberville was up there with you guys for quite some time. You had to come through the field and pass some really, really good guys. How much does a win like this mean to you here at DWR?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, I've had it coming. I just been a couple times I was up front, going 3 wide with people, and I just didn't have enough. And, well, tonight I found that middle groove, and I don't know if I had the fastest car out there, but it seemed like I was catching everybody out there.
Yeah, it did seem like you had a really, really fast lightning rod here tonight, Matt, in that 06 machine. So, again, congratulations on your win. I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you this evening.
I'd like to thank DWR and all the staffing that runs the league here, Full Velocity TV, for broadcasting for us, and so we can get that on our team page now. And my wife for letting me do this, teammates for helping me out with setups.
All right, Matt Everett's picking up the win here tonight, DWR 06. It's been a long time coming, so we're going to let him go down and party with his teammates here tonight, Phil. And, man, what a great race here at DWR. Always the one I circle on my calendar each and every Wednesday night. Wednesday night street fights, Sunday night shootout. These are the best of the best street stock drivers, and I cannot say that enough. The best of the best street stock drivers, probably in the iRacing community, and I would put them up against anybody. Look at what happened last night. I mean, a great battle going on with Howard Weaver, even with E.J. Jones and Howard Weaver. E.J. Jones always had been over here at DWR, ran with these guys for a very long time. All the DWR guys were out there battling with the best of what sim racing had to offer last night, too. So, and a lot of the guys made the A main. So, that is what we like to see here. Full Velocity Racing Network, always a big supporter of DWR and any of those big shows coming up. And it's one of those things, Phil, man. Tonight, great racing, and we've seen great racing all week. Street Stock's probably one of my favorite divisions to watch here on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Absolutely right. And you see guys like Matt Everett's now joining the likes of guys like E.J. Jones and Jim Revis, Chase Wascom, Jason Salter, Casey Brunson, Craig Turville, Eric Elmore. That's a solid list of winners. And tonight we add Matt Everett's to it here as we get through the 9th week of Season 5. 3 more great races left to go in the series here before we end up Season 5 for Dirt Warrior Racing. Wednesday night street fight. So I want to thank all the gang over here. Jim Revis, Eric Eichstadt, Jason Salter. Thank to all our guys behind the scenes. Got to thank our guys like Ron Piles and Jack Chu. And got to thank my partner Todd alongside. Thank our great sponsors out there, of course, as well. Going to thank Hanover Wrecker Service, iRacing, iFlag, BladeNode.com, Motstar Productions, Har Motorsports, TDR Racing League, Full Throttle with the Gent, starring Brendan Spadafora, Evil One Graphics, Trash Panda Graphics, and our all new sponsors, Boyles Trucking. Thanks to all those. Thanks to all you out there watching tonight via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. To guys like see, we got Mr. Blackberg out there with the Stars Donations, Caleb Ramsey as well. So thanks to all you guys for getting involved on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. See you back here live tomorrow night. We do a little bit of asphalt racing with the guys over at Cyber Thundering Racing League, Xfinity Series cars, 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. So for Todd, I am Phil. We'll see you there tomorrow night live with another round of Full Velocity TV live on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Good night.